For those who live in the real world, there's a branch of philosophy created for all of us, and that is Stoicism. When you are a Stoic, you accept whatever is happening. It is the philosophy of the Hellenistic period. It is a philosophy designed to make us more resilient, happier, more virtuous, and more wise. And as a result, better people, better parents, and better professionals. Stoic has been practiced by many professionals, by many kings, presidents, artists, writers, and entrepreneurs. Marcus, Frederick the Greek, George Washington, Adam Smith, all were influenced by Stoic philosophy. Stoicism says that virtue is sufficient for happiness. Key to a good life is the cultivation of an excellent mental state, which Stoics identified with virtue and being rational. The ideal life is one that is in harmony with nature and an attitude of calm indifference towards external events. Opposite of Stoicism is neuroticism, that is acute sensitivity to emotional disturbance, and I'm sure we will not prefer that at any cost. 7 exercises of Stoic, how to be a good person. First, you have to do the right thing. So the first thing is virtue. Act according to your moral code. If you lie, cheat, steal, act out of selfishness, you have no faith in other people, you live in hell and your lives actually become hell. Virtue is so good and it is the core of Stoicism that gives you a blessed life. Second exercise is of amor fati, the idea that there is no such thing as an obstacle. Stoic says, whatever you throw in the fire, it is fuel for the fire. It turns obstacles into brightness in the flames. Think what the obstacle is providing you and what direction is it rendering you for your highest good. The third exercise is the low expectation. If you have such a tight grip on things that you can never gonna be happy, then you will never be happy, because whatever has to go wrong, it will go wrong. But if you are flexible and willing to be fluid and think ahead and try to anticipate how can things be better in future, then the expected blows of fortune fall less heavily than the unexpected blows. Fourth exercise is the obstacle is the way. You can focus on how can you move the things. You can practice forgiveness. Go do a different thing. Obstacle gives you the opportunity to go on a different track, on a different way, on a different medium altogether. Maybe that you would have not even thought of, but that always comes as an opportunity to let you give you the best possible way in your life. You would have heard about that story of a big stone, which I'm going to quote over here. That a very big stone piece was put up in the middle of the road, and many passers-by either changed their ways or passed from the side, not taking a cognizance of that bigger stone which would actually harm them or harm others as well. But there was a person who actually took up something in his hand as a part of stick and tried to remove that stone. Though it was no easy, the stone was huge in its shape, and for one person it was very difficult to remove it with all his might. But that person didn't give up in his intentions and in his thoughts. And because of his intentions and of his thoughts, he put up all the might into his practical work, where he tried using that stick and continued gridding down and deep to remove that stone from there. And finally he was able to remove that stone from that place for all the rest of the people who would pass from there, so that they be at peace and they do not experience something as of a hazard or coming up trouble in the middle of the way. As he removed that stone, he found a box of gold underneath, which others did not, because it was he who did not see it as an obstacle, but also as an opportunity to help others, to help himself, and he was rewarded too. So, the obstacle is the way is the fourth most important exercise of Stoicism. Going on to the fifth one. It is about ego. There's no school that says ego is a good thing. Stoic believed ego is the greatest enemy. Ask yourselves, why I am doing this? What is my motivation? Am I doing this because it will make the world a better place? Am I doing this to feel superior to other people's fear of my arrogance? Is this the fear of humanity? The essential Stoicism is that thinking that the world revolves around you is stupid and you're gonna get crashed down deeply with a heavy thunderbolt if you keep thinking that way. So dissolve your ego and start living your life with happiness. The sixth exercise is empathia. If I talk about individual empowerment, but Stoic offers a different way. How can I ensure that I help others? How can I make sure that my success is at the expense of others? How can I see myself as a citizen, as a piece of larger organism, and make sure that they are doing more things for others and make us more selfless than selfish, and thus allows us to contribute more to society? Seventh exercise is Memento Mori. Meditating on your mortality maybe is a way to be unhappy because you think that we are going to die and we will surely die. But Stoic had a different philosophy altogether. He thought that it is the key to happiness. But because when you realize the life can go away, you are grateful for the life you do have. Stoics say that if you go into every evening and think that I have lived my life, and when you get up the other day, you get that wow feeling that wow, I have got another bonus day to live. Each one of us gonna die one day, and every extra gift we get is a gift of that additional day. So the idea of Memento Mori, of meditation on our mortality, is not morbid at all, but the best way to be happy. Closing down this note with the 4 virtues of Stoic, which one should adhere to at all costs, and try, if not possible that you would have already attained that, you can try one by one to attain all these 4 virtues of Stoicism, that is, courage, justice, temperance, and wisdom. All the best.